knew. Don't know the words. Smiling eyes before me, inches from my face. Wash my love, wash my love, wash my love. So we got Dimebag, we got Kale. I can't do this and talk at the same time. Gotta get into a rhythm. Patrick Nissan and Pat Prime, the whole Pat squad is here. Brian White, Ryan, are you sure we should be speaking after your wife's sentiments? Just kidding, I know you're at least half kidding. Max, Archer, Eddie. Joey, Chili Cheese, all names I'm recognizing lately. Happy Tiger. Shut up, Happy Tiger, Jesus. I played Smoke on the Water. It's actually in G minor, sort of also, so that's funny. Brute, the BT word. What's up, man? I haven't talked to you in a while. I actually played Smoke on the Water with a kid named Cooper for about 3 years, for an hour every Sunday. Ashish, what's up, man? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Dimebag. I appreciate that. William Dutton's here. Will the Pill. Will is a pharmacy guy, so you know he's busy these days. Anastasia, hello. And Greg. What's clean is pure, they say. I'm white on the outside, so I say what she don't know today might kill us both tomorrow. Bring it back some way. What's up, Troy? Haven't talked to Troy in a long time. And Connor O'Toole. What's up, Bun Hero? Yes, greetings. Connor's band just released their music video. I gotta be honest, Connor, I did not see myself in it. Was I truly in it? Nick Ayers, what's up, man? I was listening to, this morning when I worked out, I was listening to a Pearl Jam bootleg from Los Angeles in February of '91. So that's what got me to it. Oh, thank you, and E830. Hello, Jason William. Josh Uma fan is here. Don't worry, Josh. Our conversation will continue. Yeah, more pumpkins, more everything. Troy's here, so I got to play something for Troy. Oh, maybe I don't know. I got to remember how to do it. I'm gonna do this song that I don't really know here. That's the theme today. I'm gonna only do songs I don't really know how to do. Oh wait! I need to do this all wrong. How is everybody? Things are getting a little weird. I have to admit, apart from the people, you know, getting sick, and that's clearly the worst thing in the entire world. But apart from that, the change of pace is kind of nice. It was. And I'm ready to go back to normal. But it didn't, you know, I'm not saying anything new here, but it doesn't really maybe seem like that's happening anytime soon. But on the upside, there was always an upside. You gotta practice focusing on the upside. It's one of my favorite things to do. On the upside, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna last week we did 3.5 hours of live stream. Today, over 2 live streams we're gonna beat 3.5 hours, but I do have a lesson in a few hours, so I'm gonna have to take a break, and then come back for nightcap, hence coffee talk. I just love coffee. We'll just think about what we love. I love coffee. I do. Do you? What do you love? Tell me what you love. Yes, Troy, dang it, I gave it a... oh, JV, that's all right, man. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be here for a while, so don't feel it rude to go off and, you know, join some other person's live stream or go do the dishes or hang out with your family and come back later. We will be here for quite some time because what else is there really to do? And can I just be honest? I love that you're here, and I love that you know, even if it doesn't matter, because I always think I always, you know, you always have to err on the side of anything you're doing doesn't matter because nobody cares. Let's face it. But to some little tiny bit, it's an honor to be able to speak to you today when we're all stuck, you know, doing this, and it's a privilege to have what feels to me like a lot of folks following me on YouTube, and so I love doing this, and thank you for being here for this. Soundgarden, yes, of course. Mashka Tvoya, how I remember your name is Liev, I don't even know. There's some things that just stick in my brain. Oh, wait, Mark Fletcher. Of course I remember you, Mark Fletcher. I just don't know the Remnants thing that you're talking about. Can I teach Mailman? I feel like that's a Soundgarden song. I'm glad you love tea, Liev. I love tea also. Yeah, we're gonna just do whatever. Just keep throwing stuff out there. Josh, I love you. Thank you. Dimebag, I'm glad to hear that. This is my favorite guitar lately. This is my 94 Mexican Tele, which somebody put noiseless pickups in there at one point, and I changed the bridge. I think it's just great. Here, what was I trying to do here? Play another song I kind of know. Better Off Without You. Here's the thing about the Clarks. I'm sure if you've watched I live in Philadelphia in America. Well, a half hour west of Philadelphia, and only for 60 more days. In 60 days, given we're allowed to travel in 60 days. Thanks, Brinky. I love you too. Given we're allowed to travel, you know, between states. Would that be inter, not intra? Yeah, inter. This is the wrong song. We are moving to somewhat west of Charlotte, so we're crossing our fingers that plan is not delayed by this situation. But let's face it, that's not even worth worrying about you. About. I'm trying to type one thing and speak the other thing. Here's the thing about the Clarks. The Clarks write these songs that just... Some of them, you know, half of them are like nobody cares about them. But half of them are like instant classic hits that could have been like a good Bruce Springsteen song or something that, you know, everyone sings at their high school graduation or something. And it's a mystery to me. There's lots of bands like this, right? But it's a mystery how they're not more well known. They're Pittsburgh famous. Pittsburgh, because I'm from Pittsburgh. So I'm gonna try this. Sultry, dirty, soft, and hard. This is called Better Off With You. You are close to me, and you're so far. And I'm thinking of the time we spent together. Now I'll bury this in my backyard. Sometimes I sit and wonder, but I'll never dial your number, 'cause I'm having fun looking out for number one, and I'm doing all the things I like to do. I'm having fun 'cause I knew it all along, that I'll be better off without you. Better off without you. You are guilty, pretty high and low. I was gonna stop, but we got the whole day, so I might as well keep going. You're a place to stay and a time to go. Whoa, whoa. And I'm searching through the things you left behind. behind it. Now it's time for me to let it go. Sometimes I sit and wonder, but I'll never dial that number, 'cause I'm having fun looking out for number one, 'cause I'm doing all the things I like to do. I'm having fun 'cause I knew it all along that I'd be better off without you. Better off without you. I don't know the next chord. Late at night you pick up the telephone, call me up and cry 'cause you're all alone. I don't care. Apologize for taking my cigarettes. Now it's time to feel all the side effects. Missing the life you had. And then there's a really cool guitar solo. And then it does the chorus one more time. And then we all had a great time. Let's see, what did I miss? Hey Jody, hey, how are you? See if I can catch up. I have no feel for how many folks are here, so if I can, oh, okay, just sort of normal, so I should probably be able to catch up. That's good. Well, you know, quarantine, I'm not quite sure what the definition of quarantine is. We are not supposed to leave our house except for to grocery shop, you know, or walk the dog or something, or get medicine. So is that quarantined? Oddly, this situation doesn't disagree so much with my regular routine, which is spending most of my time in the basement anyways. My gym is right over there. My recording, my sound stage is right here. When we're gonna leave, I'll give you guys a tour, because I put, before we left California, almost 2 years ago, I did a studio tour, so if you're interested in that, you should just look up my name and studio tour. There's 2 of them, and I'm gonna do a tour of this studio because it's really funny, because it's about 5.5 feet wide by maybe 6.5 feet long. I know it looks really it looks really fancy with the yellow curtains, but yeah, here we go. Yes, I of course too, Archer. And I'm sure everyone here hopes every single one of us, and even everyone who's not here, are safe and well, and that needed to be said, and I appreciate you saying it. Catching up, catching up. What about, that was not Pearl Jam, that was the Clarks from Pittsburgh. The first song was Pearl Jam, though. Okay, looks like Denmark words. I like Alice in Chains too. I've never sat down to work out. What's up, Happy? How are you? I've never sat down to work out an Alice in Chains song for performing myself. REM's fun. I also don't know any REM off the top of my head. Although I know I've made a few videos, that doesn't mean I know it off the top of my head. Right, Happy. That's funny. I will be here for 60 more days. Well, it's actually kind of up in the air. We could move as early as tomorrow. Or as late as 60 days from now. So it's a moving target, Happy. It is a moving target. It depends on Ruthie's job, you know, because everybody's getting let go from everything. And if she gets let go, then we have no reason to be here anymore, so we will probably leave. We wanted to stay until almost the end of the school year, so Cortland could do his school, and then we were going to head down there for like the last 2 weeks of the school year so he could make some friends, hopefully, for the summertime, right? But he's not even in school now, of course, and it was a 2-week closure, but it was a oh, we gotta do some Gin Blossom. Man, that's such a great idea. I don't know any off the top of my head. Actually, I think about it often. I don't know what Alter Bridge is, but I've heard it, so I assume it's a band. Oh, thank you, Will. Thank you very much, Will the Pill. I appreciate that. Okay, what was I gonna play next? Satisfaction from this song. mean, maybe because it's like, it's really the third Pearl Jam song ever, right? It's the third from the original set of 3 demos with Alive, this one, and What Once, is that right? Don't even think about reaching me. I won't be home. Don't even think about stopping by. Don't think of me at all. I did what I had to do. If there was a reason, that's alright, it was you. Matt Karras, I'm moving to North Carolina. Gonna try to blue up North Carolina a little bit. I have a feeling that was a perfectly okay thing to say on this, in this group. Don't even think about getting inside. Voices in my head. Oh, voices. I got scratches all over my arms, one for each day since I fell apart. I did what I had to do. If there was a reason, it was you. Footsteps in the hall. It was you. It was you. Whoa. I ran out of steam. Pictures on my desk. It was you. It was you. Jason, I appreciate that, Matt. Thank you. Jason William, do you mean Times of Trouble? Is that what you mean? Because yes, I've heard Times of Trouble. Have I heard Temple of the Dog play Footsteps? Maybe. Did they do it with Chris Cornell singing during their, you know, like, I think I'm done playing this song. During their couple of years ago action, few years ago. Yeah, it's called Times of Trouble, right? When the spoon is sour. I've never tried to do that before. And the and you drift away, right? Yes, but yes, I've heard Times of Trouble, but that's about as well as I know it. Why am I? It's coffee talk. It's not water talk. Coffee is mostly water. What should we talk about? Chris has sung Footsteps for PJ. Oh, no way. That's awesome. So there's got to be a, I don't know Reach Down. I mean, I probably have heard Reach Down. I know it's a Temple of the Dog song, so I've heard it. Woohoo! That was to Matt Karras there. I only took German 1 in high school, so I don't know that. Sorry, Mr. Lendt. Right Turn by Chris and Lane. No, I've never heard that, Sean. Super Unknown. I made that video, what, a year and a half ago? I don't remember how to play it off the top of my head. I have not. I do not want to hear Gigaton until Pearl Jam wants me to hear Gigaton. So I'm not going to, although yes, I am aware it is leaked. Poor Kenny Rogers. I used to you know, when I was whatever, I guess 7, before you know, when you were 7 and there wasn't the internet, and I think I was vaguely aware of maybe 3 musical artists. The Beach Boys. Speaking of, I should totally do that. The Beach Boys, and I'll tell you why later. Creedence, because I think my parents had a tape of "Someone Told Me Long Ago, Never Down for the Storm I Know." So I think that was maybe one of my favorite first songs ever, just because I heard it. And I was 4, I remember. It's a brown Fisher-Price tape player, you know, with a handle. I'm sure many of you had that brown Fisher-Price tape player. What was I talking about? Oh no. Kenny Rogers was the other guy I was vaguely aware of, and my mom had a friend named Ken Rogers, and one time he called, and you know, back when whoever was near the phone answered the phone, and I was 7. I know I was 7 because it was right when we moved to Toronto, and I guess I was a brazen 7-year-old just picking up the phone willy-nilly, and the guy said, it's your mother's friend, just tell her that Kenny Rogers called, because that was quite literally his name. Sophie, what's up? And so I remembered, obviously, because that was one of the 5 names I knew as a 5-year-old. I don't mind other guys dancing with my girl. That's fine. I know them all pretty well. And I know sometimes I must get out in the light. Better leave her behind where the kids are alright. Hey, thanks, Jaime. I appreciate that. You're the best student ever, Jaime. Sometimes I know I gotta get away. Bells chime. I know I gotta get away. And I know if I don't, I'll go out of my mind. Better leave her behind where the kids are alright. The kids are alright. I know if I go, things will be a lot better for her. I had things planned, but the folks wouldn't let her. I agree with you, Pat. Cameron, I'm really sorry to hear that. What happened? Sometimes I know I gotta get away. Bells chime. I know I gotta get away. And I know if I don't, I'll go out of my mind. Better leave her behind where the kids are alright. The kids are alright. The kids are alright. The kids are alright. I've never figured out a good way. Oh, okay, good. I'm really glad to hear, Cameron, that's the case. All right, no worries. You'll have a guitar soon. Brian is singing. Comment of the year. I love that. Thank you, Fernando. I appreciate you being here. What's next? Oh yeah, I know what's next. My official first favorite song ever. Going along with songs I haven't done that. What I just did, I haven't done that since I was like 15. I can't believe it was still in there. Oh, what's up, Josh from Holland? Good to see you. Good to see you. Right? Maybe someday we'll all be able to be, you know what I mean, like all literally be able to be in the same room. I know you could to some extent. There's 65 people here. That's a lot of people. Hello, 65 people. Maybe, I don't know if there's that platform, or if there is, it's kind of a paid thing where everybody has to pay for it, right? Well, that's not, you can't hope to. But maybe someday, I gotta do some more Pink Floyd, because there's a few of them that are just great. I appreciate that, Anastasia. Thank you very much. There's a few that are just a lot of bang for your buck for Pink Floyd. But I was gonna say, my official first favorite song ever, was, riding the bus age 4 to preschool, or was it 5 to kindergarten? Who knows? Release, Kron, I'm just going to call you Kron there, is hard to play and sing. Because it's hard. Here, I'm going to try. Because thank you, JoJo. I appreciate that. What's up, Aaron? It's hard to coordinate this, so I'm going to give it my best shot for you here, and I'm going to stop when I trip over my shoelaces. And then I'll continue my bus story. Going better than I thought it was going to go. Yes, there's people watching, so if you're not wearing pants, you might not want to come over here.
Shut up! Where's the Wii U?
Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake, it's somewhere, but I can't get it for you now, but I'll get it for you later. This second verse is really hard to coordinate. To where it takes me, all the pain, release me. My pipes are being a little squeezed right now because I just had a really big breakfast burrito. But thank you, Cameron. Well, that went a lot better than I suspected. I'm going to keep working on that there, Kron. Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate that, Sentinel. Thank you for learning from my lessons. Okay, so getting on the bus, 1986, age 4, Danvers, Massachusetts. And you know when you smell, you know those smells. That bus is one of those smells. Whenever I smell that smell, I'm just like, I'm 4. And I'm sitting next to Stephanie Owens on the bus. She was my best friend. She lived next door. I don't know nutshell off the top of my head. But that particular year, we had this hippie bus driver. You know, looking back at my memory of him, he must have been like a Vietnam vet. He was such a hippie, and he used to blast the music and drive fast over the speed bumps. He was like a crazy bus driver guy, and he was a really good time. Oh, I love Cape Cod. I'm from Massachusetts. From is a strong word. I lived there from age 2 to age 7, but it will forever remain my favorite place to have been from. See you later, Kara. So anyways, this was the song that implanted itself into my brain at age 4 or 5 or whatever it was. But another song I kind of know how to play, because that's the theme today. It didn't smell like mayonnaise, but there was this kid when I got to preschool the first day, and you know how you remember things when you're that age, but he had like a birthmark on his face, and I swear to God it was white the first day, so I thought it was mayonnaise. And then the second day, he got to school. His name was Chris, I want to say. He got to school, and the birthmark was still there, but it wasn't white anymore. It was now brown. So I presumed that the mayonnaise went bad, and for the whole year, that year, I was under that impression, and I couldn't believe that he did not wash the mayonnaise off his face, and it stayed there all year. Chris Katowski, what's up, man? How are you? Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty llama, that just came out, Key Largo, Montego, we go, Jamaica off the Florida Keys. There's a place called Kokomo, that's where we wanna go to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand, tropical drink melting in your hand. We'll be falling in love to the rhythm of a steel drum band way down in Kokomo. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego Bay. Dude, I wanna take you down to Kokomo. We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go, way down in Kokomo. We'll float out to sea, we'll perfect our chemistry. By and by we'll defy a little bit of gravity, way down in Kokomo. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego Bay. Why don't we go down to Kokomo? We'll get there fast. I gotta get through the chorus one time, right? Here we go. That's where we wanna go, way down in Kokomo. Love that song. Picture in a Frame. I did a video on it, but I don't remember anything about it other than that the C chord is a C9 chord. Am I right about that? That's the only thing of Kokomo. Oh, I'm gonna do a video on Kokomo. Don't you worry, Uncle River. Do you not worry? Not you. You don't. It's one of those that's always looping in my head, and you know, it will fall out of the gumball machine eventually. Now what? That's all I did, is just share my Kokomo. So I'm talking about, Josh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I love that song. Oh, I did that. That's funny. Oh, that'd be a fun one to do. Some good times ones. Good times ones. I'm gonna get some of these chords wrong because I remember when I made the video, I was surprised I'd been doing it wrong. Not that wrong, just a little wrong. I don't know any Alice in Chains off the top of my head. That's the problem. I mean, what is it? What is What's the first chord of Rooster? Like, I know it's just, then it's all, there we go. Here, I've literally never tried to do Rooster. Let's do Rooster. Songs I kinda know. Thank you. Yes, and Kayla, what's up? Kayla, my profile, my little picture of me wearing a funny red thing is Kayla Bradley's fault, everyone. Kayla drew that. I've been meaning to give the Beach Boys an actual listen for, you know, because you think of, I know you're supposed to, I like that, Matt. I know you're supposed to take your pointer finger all the way off, but I don't like it that way. This is my version of Rooster, so. I have no idea if I can hit this note. Ain't found a way to kill me yet. Eyes burn and stinging sweat. Seems I don't know the path leads me to nowhere. Wife and kids, household pet. Army green was no safe bet. The bullets scream to me from nowhere. Is that? Yeah, we got to snuff the rooster. That's right. Ah, yeah. Yeah, here comes the rooster. I kinda know this song. There we go. That's what I can do. What's up, John Randall? I recognize that name. Last Exit. Man, do I like Last Exit. I don't remember why I like Last Exit, but I do. Oh, I appreciate that, John Randall. Thanks for stopping by to say take care. I'll be here for a long time, and then I'm coming back later. We got to beat 3.5 hours today. That's my goal. But we're going to do it in 2 installments because I have a lesson at some time. I'm not going to tell you when. I'm just going to leave. I'm not even going to say goodbye. I'm just going to hang up, and then I'm not telling you when I'm coming back. But, you know, there will be a fair amount of time today. Planning just doesn't work for me. I don't like planning because then you're like, then you have to know what time it is, and that's no fun. Because then if you're early, if you're like, great, I have 10 minutes, what am I going to do with myself? You know, just do it when you do it. Kings of Leon, I am unforgivably unfamiliar with. Yes, yes, Nissan, Patrick, how is the wife doing? Young masters of war, right? I made a video on this. Here, why not? Why not? Whatever. Songs I kind of know. Perfect. Bob Dylan. The only Bowie I know is the Nirvana version of Man. Oh, and I know. Boop, doo, 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 doo. I know. Okay, perfect. Songs I kind of know. Awesome. Well, Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters, no problem. But keep saying stuff. I'm just going on a stream here. I'll do this until it falls apart. But I've made a video on Masters of War. It's really easy. It's just E minor. Come, you Masters of War. Carlos Silva. Come, you Masters of War. You that build all the guns. You that build all the death planes. You that build all the bombs. You that hide behind walls. You that hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your masks. Never done nothing but build and destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. You put a gun in my hand and you hide from my eyes. Turn and run farther when the last bullets fly. It's one of these, like, I've never been consciously aware of any of the words. This is a huge surprise to me as I'm doing it. Last one. Like the Judas of old, you lie and deceive. A world war can be won. You want me to believe, but I see through your eyes, and I see through your brain, like I see through the water that runs down my drain. Let's change it to E major. Man, I gotta do some Rolling Stones. You see, doing this, I saw Pearl Jam do it at Bridge School one year as well. But yes, on Letterman as well. R.E. Rolling Stones. So when you, like, you know, when I post a video, that's how I get to know songs, because I spent like a dozen years teaching kids whatever they wanted to learn, and when you spend seven hours or so a day teaching kids whatever they want to learn, then you go home and you don't really want to discover new music because you've been listening to. Well, thank you, Brian. Thank you, White Rhino. Heck yeah, Sean, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. So honest to goodness, I couldn't name you, yes, exactly, Sean, exactly. I couldn't name for you five Rolling Stone songs. I know Satisfaction, obviously, because I did that with a kid once. Yeah, that's it. That's all I know. I understand that I am a sorry excuse for a music fan. I understand that. But I taught an amazing amount of lessons over the course of those 12 years. Rough guess, something between 30 and 40,000 one-on-one lessons. Like, not 40,000 people watched me on YouTube. I mean, 35,000 people walked through my doors, said hello, you know, said goodbye, left, over about 12 years. So I did my job to spread music. What do kids want to learn? It's always the same, but it changes. Like it's like a 2-year cycle. You know, there was always the girl. Out of, let's say I had 100 students, because that wasn't out of the question. There was always 2 to 3 girls who wanted to do nothing but Taylor Swift, which was awesome. I love doing that, and I have personally taught every single Taylor Swift song to somebody, including one girl who we only did Taylor Swift because her goal was to learn every single Taylor Swift song, and so that's what we did. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Gee. I'm gonna call you Gee. There were always, we're talking about 100 kids. There were always 20 boys who wanted to learn Green Day. Didn't matter the year, which is great because Green Day is a great thing to start on, right? And Green Day, which would then sort of turn into Offspring / Blink-182. I never, ever, ever, no, not never, I would say out of those 35,000 times, I would say fewer than 50 were a Pearl Jam song because someone walked in wanting to learn a Pearl Jam song. There was this thing when we're talking about 11, year old kids, and where there'd be, there's always like something in a Pearl Jam song where you have to really be aware and do it different that one time because it happens that one time. There's always something like that in a Pearl Jam song. Is it worth it? I never took a lesson either, Christian. Well, no, that's not true. I took 8 lessons. We gotta do No Jeremy. So many we gotta do. I've had several students who were very gifted. I had two young men, one named Ryan Zylstra and one named Chance Bartlett, who became better than me. And so then I passed them along because they were the type of kids who Ryan and Chance, well, I should say better than me at the things they wanted to do, right? They became guitar players, like straight up. They were guitar players because there's like, I just picked up the guitar and then I'm getting a little good. We call these things, we call them beginner, advanced beginner, but it's meaningless, right? I think at some point you get to a point where you're as good as you want to be, and those boys were at, I don't think they were. I think those 2 boys will always be wanting to get better because they practice like Chance. He didn't even sleep anymore or eat. He would practice for, honest to goodness, 8 hours a day or more. He would bring his guitar to school and practice in the playground, and so he did the natural progression of sort of. He liked Moody Blues. He was this kid, like a tiny kid. He's like, I like Moody Blues, and I don't like Moody Blues. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I don't like Moody Blues, and it was torturous for me. But thank goodness he moved on to, of course, Eric Clapton and John Mayer, and now he basically wants to be John Mayer in the sort of solo realm of things, which is not my realm of things. So you see why I had to pass Chance along to someone who would be better for him about that. Oh, this isn't Flake though, this is upside down, right? I appreciate that, Dennis. Thanks for being here. And then Ryan Zylstra turned into like a metal solo guy, which is also not my thing. Yeah, so teaching kids is how I learn about the songs, and they all want to learn like pop music for the most part, except for the boys who want to learn Green Day, and then I didn't mention the 40% who just don't want to learn anything. So there's that. So it adds up pretty quickly. But yeah, so I that's why I know how to play Jesus of Suburbia all the way through off the top of my head, because I taught that so many times. I'm gonna play this song. This is another song I kind of know. I'm just having half conversations right now. I understand. How do you make scales sound like music? Because the scale is everything you have available, right? Or all the notes that you have available. Is the A major scale. So then, obviously, that doesn't sound like a song, but you could, any melody you can think of comes from a scale, or a scale and then changing one to make it sound neat, 1 or 2. Thanks, Archer. Have a good day. So there, I don't know what Baker Street is, Sean, sorry. so there you go. Like, I don't know, just what's coming to mind right now. playing the do, a deer, a female. It was the perfect illustration of every note in that song is a note from the scale, the major scale. The first one, the second one, the third one, the first one, third, first, third, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, I don't know, 4, okay, that was a good guess. 3, I can, Gavin, and I will. 4, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. So what you're hearing when you're hearing a melody is that's what you're hearing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, and so that's what you recognize. That's how you make scales sound like music. I appreciate that very much, Kayla. Very much. I'm glad to hear that. What was that? I was gonna play. I was gonna have a sip of mostly water. Why haven't I done any Jack Johnson yet? I have no idea. He and Eddie are surf buddies, right? I have never done this before, so. Oh, so anyways, the end of that long story is me posting videos. That's me learning about songs. I don't know how to play these songs, right? You guys request them. Then it comes into my brain one way or another that I'd like to do that one. And very seldom is it like, oh yes, well I know this one, I don't know this one. And then 2 weeks after I post the video, or sometimes even the very next day, or sometimes even 15 minutes after I'm done making the video, it's gone. I have no idea. But the video's there, so we have. But I am learning. You are watching me learn about music, because I would like to be able to name more than one Rolling Stones song. I can, Anastasia. Which one would you like me to play? Yeah, more Green Day and Weezer, more everything. I'm thinking about, I want to do a day. It should happen during this problem that we're having on the earth, right? Anastasia, which one should I play? You found your people, Mr. Vintage. I don't have any idea. I think we all know as much as we all know, and I don't even think the people that know the most, I don't think they know. All we gotta do is... Kurt's here! Watching for Anastasia's reply. Yeah, postponed. Right, yeah, of course, Jody Hay. I think about that literally every week, Pat. Who's to say what's impossible? Okay, this is the definition of kinda know it. Oh, you want to hear me and your ghost? How nice. Upside down, find the things they say just can't be found. Share this love I find with everyone. And into Mother Nature's songs. I have to remind myself there's people watching me do this. But the other end of that was when you learn so many songs and start spending so much time doing music and songs. You start to just when you look at a cat and you can say, that is a cat without even thinking about it. I can hear an E chord and know that it's an E chord without even thinking about it. So I can't even listen to music without figuring out how to play it as a natural. That's how I listen to music. Yeah. That's the other. There are those who call me Tim. Me and your ghost has gotten a really nice boost on. I've never figured out how to play this one solo. So this here, it got a really nice boost on Spotify, and it's got like over 10,000 listens, which just that's. I mean, you know, my YouTube channel is creeping up on 4 million views, but that's a lot different because I'm posting songs. The songs are the draw, and then if I'm not a complete, moron, then maybe people will watch some more. But so it's different thinking that many people have listened. That's a different thing. And if any of you have listened to it and you're one of those people, I appreciate it. But I've never figured out how to play this one solo well, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But this is called "Me and Your Ghost" by me. You can find it anywhere you stream, and there's even a video on my channel. Because whenever I write a song and whenever it's kind of done enough, then I either make a voice memo or I make a video of myself playing it. And I just made it public. It's on my channel. It's in the wrong finger. Wide awake, what a year. I feel that if I lose to sleep, I'll somehow miss a call. I'm right outside, so come out, dear. Spot where we checked off our list to kiss as raindrops fall, and we're almost gone from this lonely heart. It keeps getting pickier, but perhaps just more scarred. So bite my lip with your perfect teeth. Tell me where's the disconnect? That's where the band comes in. Tonight I'll meet you in a dream. Maybe I should kiss me, Sarah. No, it doesn't really work. And I'll remember what it is to bleed. But you catch me, you could catch me, but you can't, or you won't. It's just me and your ghost, and we're almost gone. The memory in my chest. Life is mostly in your head. You've reclaimed your 10%, so bite my lip. Come on, love, use your teeth. Tell me what went wrong here, 'cause it's beyond me. La da da dee. La da da dee dee. And if you go listen to that, Pat, thank you. I don't know what key this is. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Anastasia, for that, and thank you for asking. And if you listen to that track, the keyboard player, who was my friend named Ian, did a really spectacular job on his part. So, if you care to go listen to Me and Your Ghost by Ryan, Lendt, and the Levers, go do so. Or if you don't have streaming and you want me to send it to you, send me an email, ryanlendt@gmail.com, and I'll just send you the track if you want it. I was just doing thin air with a student, and yeah. So now I do the Skype lessons, and I only have 2 kids who are students. Thank you, Mellow Jello. Thank you. And the rest are adults, and it means much more not doing just Weezer and Green Day, which is just really great. So yeah, I need to play the tuning song. Wow, an hour with no. I appreciate that, Brandon. Thank you. And there's more songs coming. I keep working on them, and I did And Always in February, and I'm trying to release one every 2 months for the rest of my life is what I'm trying to do. Thank you, Joel. I'm gonna call you Joel. Joel Cray. But the whole thing's a learning process because now I'm debating, because every time I have someone else mix my song, you can't bring to words what you're hearing. You cannot describe it to someone else. You have to have a relationship that goes on, and so they just kind of know. But there's infinity ways to mix a song, right? So when I'm trying to get it from my head to somebody else, it's a giant hassle, and you get 42 mixes, and you're just like, no, and it's this back and forth. And so then I'm thinking maybe I should just mix it myself. But then that's not really something I've ever been terribly interested in doing. And there are people who are really good at it. You know what I mean? That's a skill that takes a long time to develop. But then I start to think maybe what I'm going for maybe I just need to make it sound like I want it to sound. And then that is as valid as it gets, right? Whether it would be the way that a super duper producer guy would do it, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about right now as I'm working on the one I'm working on right now. Though that's what's going through my mind. We'll see what I end up deciding, but whichever I choose, it's not the end of the world. So I should just pick one and continue right along. What was I gonna play now? Right. And then there's a light when my baby's in my arms. I love that question, Robbie. I'm gonna get back to this. Gosh, I mean, I feel like I should have a Les Paul, like a Gibson one, being the huge Stone fan that I am. But there's no, I've got it kind of all covered. But then I need a mahogany Martin. But it's not like. But it's not like if you search for my name and Very Brady Guitar Tour, which is what it was called. And it was just a few months ago, and it is the current the current lineup of guitars. There isn't like a sound that I wish I could make. It's except for the mahogany Martin and I guess the Les Paul maybe sort of kind of. But having said that, I want a Gretsch. I would really like an orange Gretsch. Don't watch the... What's up, Jose? How are you? Yeah, I got a telly. I'm all set. Oh my gosh. I don't own any Hamer, any of those, Jody. I'm pretty much a Fender Gibson guy. And I understand that those aren't the nicest guitars you can buy. If you watch the JHS show, which you should be watching the JHS show, Josh, who's the guy behind JHS Pedals, doesn't play any Fenders or Gibsons. He plays the next level, the next level above that, the ones that are much more carefully put together. There's nothing that I'm like saving up for right now. I'm more. Yeah, I'm thinking about that recording question that I was just describing. And I also, my other interest is building and repairing golf clubs. So I'm sort of building up my golf club workstation lately as well. It's nice to have two things, so when you get bored of the one thing, you go to the other thing for a little while. Or bored is the wrong word. Unobsessed. You can switch your obsession from... Yeah. Thin Air lyrics, Pearl Jam. So yeah, here we go. I kind of know this song. That's the... Oh, I meant to say, Pat, I apologize. I've got like four 4 more in the supporter of the cause line, and some of those 4 have been waiting for months because I got hit with a lot in December, and yeah. Thanks for asking, Robbie. I think that the realistic next. Thanks for stopping by, Mellow Jello. Appreciate it. Maybe we'll see you later. The next realistic one will probably be the orange Gretsch, because Gretches aren't very expensive. But you never want to. What's up, Ivan? How are you? But you never want to buy like not the exact thing you want, because if you buy like the cheaper version, thinking it's gonna satisfy you, it's not. So yeah. But I don't have like a particular Les Paul in mind. Not that you asked or care. I haven't even thought about it. Let's try this again. There's a light when my baby's in my arms. There's a light when the window shades are drawn. Hesitate when I feel I may do harm to her. Watch it all, 'cause this feeling we can share. Okay, I don't know. Somebody help me. And I know she's reached my heart in thin air. Good guess. Okay, now I just worked this out. What is it really? Sure. I could do that one more time. There we go. Byzantine is reflected in our pond. There's a cloud, but the water remains calm. Reaching in, the sun's fingers clutch the dawn to pass. Even out, it's a precious thing to bear. And I know she's reached my heart in thin air. Yes, I know she's reached my heart in thin air. I'm building it up like I know what's supposed to come next. I have no idea. That's it. It's not in. It's. I don't know. That's all I know. There we go. That's all I know of that one. I haven't played an acoustic since when okay, I need to not sing. Oh, for a few minutes. It's getting tired. My voice is getting tired. Yellow Ledbetter, Ivan, because I used to play that song. I had a turtle I really liked, and when he died, I played that song kind of over and over again, and I'll never not think of Jeffrey the Turtle every single time I hear Yellow Ledbetter. Jeffrey with a G, mind you. I really wish that he didn't die. Okay, I still have Sylvia and Echo from that time, but not Jeffrey. Turtles, because reptiles, they just die sometimes. Like you wouldn't even know they're sick. Yeah. It was a nice question. Yeah. I need to stop singing for a few minutes. My voice is very tired right now. That happens every once in a while. Do I have a favorite binaural song? My favorite binaural song is... My favorite binaural song, I think, is always going to have to be Light Years, because it's the one time And bands are only allowed to use this trick once per career. I believe. When it's the main point of a song. You can do it in a song. You can do it live whenever you want. But the thing in Light Years, which is, right, 4 and 1, 2, right? However you play it. But with the rest, and then the big... so I think Light Years and Grievance and Soon Forget and I still will always like I think that's such a cool thing. You know, because that's talking about making scales into music. That's 1 and 7. It's also no, because that's 1 1. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I love Grievance. So yeah, I can't give you a favorite, but certainly I'll give you my favorite half. My favorite half. Yeah, so Jorge, not always. Stone has a acoustic a pedal that is a Boss pedal that makes your electric guitar kind of sort of sound like an acoustic guitar. And Stone sometimes plays Daughter on acoustic and sometimes plays Daughter on electric, which with his Strat going through the Boss acoustic sound maker pedal. I know that one because I researched that one when I was like 18. But he does play Daughter on an acoustic sometimes. See you later, Gabriel. Thanks for being here. I don't own an American Fender, but obviously I would like to. I like present tense. Of course you were, Patrick. Of course you were. Really? Just $40? I think I had a friend who had one when I was like 14 or something, and it sounded okay. I mean, you can tell it kind of sort of sounds like an acoustic, but it doesn't sound like an. It gets. I only text Stone when I have a really good reason. I have not had a really good reason lately. Last night I had a dream that I was a Frenchman destroying apartments. Okay. You guys answer that question. Saddest Soundgarden and Alice in Chains songs. What about Super Blood Wolf Moon? That's the other one we did, right? Yeah, don't follow. I agree. Thank you for taking over the conversation, guys. Oh, my voice is tired. Poppy PJ, yeah. I don't mind Poppy PJ. Forget now. I love that song, Mankind. I love that song. Of course you were, Pat. Of course. That might be my favorite Pearl Jam song. Let's see. How are we doing on my quest to break? I could be doing better. Could be doing better. You got to know that. Anytime your song ends on E, then you grab your G string 13th fret and your B string 12th fret, move it down 1 fret, down 1 fret, and then do your harmonics on the B string and the E string. So for breaker fall, I don't remember breaker fall now. Anyways, they should have gone every single time they play it. That's awesome, Rat. I'm glad to hear that. Wow, this is I can't my voice is so tired I can't even sing. Woo! It's quite a limit. It might be break time and time to see you back at nightcap. Let's see. If you had to choose to keep on one of the following songs or upcoming, would you choose Dance or Super Blood Wolf Moon? I could you wouldn't. I could flip a coin. How about everybody else? Jody Hayes question. Hey, Jody Hayes question. I don't know much about Paul McCartney's situation. I would like to. I like Paul McCartney. I like him a lot. Oh, that's all right. Sorry, I don't remember. You gave me your name. Oh, I know. Tim. Tim. Am I married? I am committed and happy. And the object of my happy commitment is directly above my head. Not this, but but above the ceiling. Above the ceiling. But there were too many Kermies. I had to get creative with where to put them. So there's two hanging from each other on the ceiling. Now that's funny. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Dance of the Clairvoyants. Okay, but there's a 5% outweigh there. Yes, she can't hear me. Miss Piggy is not happy. I am in the basement. The cellar. Now I have Super Blood Wolf Moon stuck in my head. Yeah, let's see. This Kermie was Kermie Cause support. Oh, from Nissan here, who's on our stream. This Kermie. This was a support of the Kermie Cause Kermie. As was this from Cowboy USA. And one of the two hanging from the ceiling there was also a support of the Kermie Cause Kermie. And that was Josh, Umafan. He's here, right? Yep, that was him. Miss Poopadoop. You know what it is? It's that I'm so cramped down here. Because in the old videos, I had my my whole big teaching classroom. And this is such a cramped little space that it's a lot of effort for me to get the whiteboard. And so I've just decided Miss Poopadoop's taking a break until 60 days from now, or sooner, or later. When we were discussing your Kermit there, Josh. Yeah, Miss Poopadoop, she's right there. Should I get dressed up as Miss Poopadoop? Yeah, but don't worry, she will be back in full force when it's time to have the whiteboard out and talk about music-y things. Speaking of, let's discuss the difference between C add 9 and C9. Ready? Should I put Miss Poopadoop on to say this? I will. I'll put Miss Poopadoop on, and we will talk about the difference between C add 9 and C9. Don't everybody get too excited. I mean, put Miss Poopadoop on. I mean, go get her. Miss Poopadoop, yes. There, see, we're not the same people. Okay. See. Sam, that's funny. How did I learn music theory being self-taught? You just because I would spend a lot of time. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. I'm gonna do these once a week. Cheers and applause. That's right. I'm gonna do these long live streams once a week until life is back to normal. Except today we're gonna break it into two because my voice is getting tired here. So I learned music theory in the quest of wanting to write songs on purpose, because when you know what you're doing, when you know what you're listening to, then you know how to use those tricks when you want to, right? Rather than just stumble upon some things that go well together, which is also a really good. I heard live, Miss Dupin. Patrick. So that's how I learned music theory, just as a necessity for being curious about how to make songs sound the way you want them to on purpose. So yeah, and then you just learn something here and there, and it just kind of sticks or doesn't. I mean, there's stuff I forget. What's up, JT? Okay, so here's the thing. Whenever you say C add 9, you're talking about this chord. The one that's kind of like G, kind of like C, right? C add 9 has the following notes in it. You're talking to me, Brandon? Do I like pop country? I like pop. Don't tell anybody. I don't know, like real country, or then country pop is the same as pop. Like early Taylor Swift, is that country or is that pop? That's pop. Even though, you know, she probably would have said she was a country singer at the time. When you play C add 9, you're playing the following notes. C, it's a C chord, right? Duh. The major third, which anytime you see that kind of a thing, here's your G, it's in your F. Anytime you see a root note and then 1 fret lower, 1 string thinner, that is a major third. So that is enough information to say C major. This would be C minor. That's a minor third. And then G. So C, E, and G. That is your C major chord. When you play it regular, you have C, E, G, C, E. But we're going to change this C into a D. We have to say add 9 because here's our C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But 8 is 1 again because it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So C is C. So 8 is 1. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. And then since 8 is 1, then 2 is 9. So you say add 9 to differentiate the fact that it's not this D or this D, the open D string. That's a C suspended 2, right? Not a C add 9, even though it's doing roughly the same thing. Adding a D in there where it shouldn't belong. So C add 9 is C, E, G, D, the second 2, the 9, and then there's another G, just for good measure. But if you left that E string open, it would be equally C add 9, because that's right, Boyd. I know that song. Body like a back road, I don't my eyes closed. That song, right? I know every song on the back of my hands. I like that song. Doing 15 in a 30. Yeah, if you left that E string open, it would still be C add 9 because we've got C's, E's, G's. That's an E or it's a G, doesn't matter. When you say C9, here's the thing. When you say an odd number without saying add, that's higher than 7. In fact, that is 7 or higher. You are assuming a dominant 7th in there. So the dominant 7th, I've got a really a triumphant video on what a dominant 7th is and why 7 chords are called 7 chords. You can look for it in the Let's Learn Music Theory playlist. I was very proud of that learning. But again, how did I learn music theory? Because I wanted to know the answer to why they're called 7 chords When they don't use the 7th note from the scale, they use the flat one. And to be totally frank, I don't remember what the answer is, but it's on that video, so you can watch it if you want. But the 7 chords use not the 7th note from the major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but the one below that, which isn't in the scale at all. It's called the dominant 7th. Yeah, I'm good at that. And so a C9 assumes that dominant 7th in it, so we're going to have C, E, B flat, the dominant 7th, and the 9 as well. So that thing is C9. It's in evolution. Which is, you know, different sounding than they could have just done C, B, and B flat. That would have been good. But that's not what it is. They're using 9 chords there. 3 9 chords, so 27 chords in total. That's not funny. But this lovely thing, that is the thing that's a little bit G, a little bit C. Oh, hey, Jody. Hey, thank you. See you later, Mr. RMS videos. So there you go. That's the difference between C9 and C add 9. You know, I know a lot of people call this C9, but as long as, you know, as long as we know what we're talking about. Because how often do you really actually play C9? Bro, what? I didn't know about that. What's up, Chunk? Yeah, how often do you actually play 9 chords in the realm of music that we live in? Not very often. Okay, this has been your Miss Poopadoop time. Ryan? Yes? Now I have Do the Evolution stuck in my head. That's not the worst thing ever. Wait, I was wearing a hat, wasn't I? I was, there it is. Doing 15 and 30. This tone is my usual tone setting, which is to say it's a little cleaner than normal. I usually have some dirt in the amp, but I've been using some pedals for some things because I've just gotten into pedals. There, that's where I'm not. We were talking about guitars earlier. How old is Miss Poopadoop? The amp is my usual amp setting, which is everything's on 5. Everything's on 5. But the Blues Junior is the tone. I mean, I love the Blues Junior tone. I even have the crunch the button not even on, so this is like pretty clean. Here's the crunch. That's not even out of this world. I could have touched that. But let's see. I was doing something recently. What was I doing that I wanted it? I had the tube screamer going. I wonder what I was doing. That's right, Brian. Brian's new, everybody. I'm not even gonna explain myself. I do not own a looper, Justin Taylor. Because you can, if you have a computer, you know, it's not as on the fly as if you have a looper, but if you have GarageBand, you can make your own. You can record yourself and then loop yourself. You can do it on your phone with an iRig, right? So if you're looking to, well, then you can just, you know, yeah, Winnie Cooper. I do not own a looper. To answer your question, Justin, I'm not really a jammer. I don't really jam. I write carefully. I'm a careful writer, and I know a looper could be helpful for that. But you know, I'm in the Logic. I'm in those recording software, and I'll put something down and I'll jam to that, and I'm not really an on the fly guy. I sit down and think about it for an hour, and then I finally do something. But they are great tools because you can play yourself a chord progression real quick, and then you can jam along to it. But if it's just learning how to jam and stuff, you can also, don't wait until you have a looper pedal. Just go on YouTube and write, A minor backing track, and there will be plenty of options for you to practice jamming in A minor. But obviously that's not as on the fly, and you can't control what it is yourself. I don't remember if Mad Lad is supposed to, but I do remember a recent mayonnaise request. And I'm not avoiding the Smashing Pumpkins. Oh man, this poor guy Ryan something. He's wanted Hummer for so long. And I'm not doing it because I'm not going to do it. It's the gumball machine, and a gumball falls out every day, and it has to be whatever I feel like doing, or else it's not going to be fun. There is no point whatsoever in asking me to use how to use one, Justin Taylor. No. Yeah, everybody stop touching your face. Oh, I did She Talks to Angels with a student recently. That is on the top of my head. I feel like that would be a well-received video, we should say. Ivan, I think you made that. I think you thought that thought into my head, Ivan, because I was not thinking about doing that. It just sort of happened. And mind you, I'm not a slide player. I can't do it. If you watch the deep video, there's a public display of me trying to do slide, and it's horrible, completely horrible. Okay, I think I can maybe sing one now. I think I'm better. Let's see what do we got. That could be fun. It's Jorge Renato Osaña Malpartida. If I send you a song, can you get the chords by ear? Could you have it ready in the afternoon stream? It's a bit easy. But I don't know. What song is it? What song is it? Jorge? What's up? What's up, Mr. Arthur? I never know how to say your first name. I'm so sorry. If you could describe it to us, we'll just call you Mr. Arthur. What's with this homies dissing my girl? Why do we gotta front? What did we ever do to these guys that made them so violent? Woo-hoo, but you know I'm yours. Woo-hoo, and I know you're mine. Woo-hoo, that's for all the time. Is it A? It is. Oh, you, I look just, Okay. Oh, you, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're man. What is it? Nobody watch. It's not even hard. Oh, you, I look just like. Oh, you, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're Mary Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that. Enrico. Interesting in these trying times to know where we all from. Oh, okay. I like that, JT. Everyone announce your location. I'm good, Enrico. How are you? Uncle River, you're in Philly also? Did we know this? I'd say we should get together. We got 2 Germanys. Peru. Brandon. Where in NC is Salisbury, Mr. Steelman? I just love Boston. St. Louis. Oh, I love this. Manila. Josh from Holland. West Virginia. My sister lives in West Virginia. Camera's here. Wow. Okay, Steelman, so we're moving just west of Charlotte in 2 months. East Coast. Nice, Josh. Don't you... What are the words? Don't you... something. Whatever. Don't you... dear, I'm always near. I know that you need help. Your tongue is twisted, your eyes are slits. You need a guardian. But you know I'm yours. So and they know you're mine. That's for all the time. Let's see if I do this one better. Oh, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're married Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Computer's gone dark and don't know what you're seeing. It's my best Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, you, I look just like Buddy Holly. Whoa, and you're married Tyler Moore. Say about us anyway. I don't care about that. 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 That's the best best ending to a solo. Absolutely. Because why? Because it's the D minor. Gunther, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm half waiting for the punchline, but if you're dead serious, I'm sorry to hear that. Because that's that minor third. Yes, thank you, Matt. I did not smile when I said because I'm feeling uncomfortable. That's why. But I am truly sorry to hear that. And because Patrick would say, Patrick is Nissan here. He would say something like that and then proceed to end with a joke. So I was waiting for the punchline. It doesn't seem like a punchline is coming, and that's awful. I'm sorry. Thank you for stopping by. That's awesome because it's that minor third from the D minor when they're like, that's for so that's awesome for that reason. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna show that this. I like how this comment was held for review. Mark, I'm definitely letting that one through. That was amazing. Nope. No, I do not, Gunther. We've been making pizza, so it's not quite the same. Well, it's different. It's not quite the same. Oh, I'm going to play another song now. That's an interesting thought. There you go, Matt. There you go. I don't know much Soundgarden off the top of my head. Play Ryan. Oh, which one, Sophie? Which one? We played Me and Your Ghost earlier, so that one's the only one that's not fair game. Whew. There aren't that many to choose from, Sophie. I like how you also come to a stream happy and fun here. I'll accept your comment because that's the suit. Oh, I appreciate Jose. Yeah, you know, Gunther, I'm sorry that happened, man. Jose, thanks for looking out. Yeah, I would love to play Clear for you, Sophie. I will do that. I will give Elizabeth the Taylor, and I thank you so kindly for asking. La, da, da. And then I'm going to play that one that I just wanted to play, and then it's going to be intermission for a few hours, and I will be back. Do I know any Adam Sandler songs? Oh, what a great question. Oh, I haven't played this guitar in a long time. In a long time. In a few days. In a few days. What's up, Pedro? Okay, so this song of mine is in Dadgad, which is the tuning Dadgad. But then you put your capo on the first fret, and then you get it, and then everything's out of whack again. Let's see if I remember how to do this. This has been a while. and ambulate. These hours are not as upfront as they seem. They dreams, they're torturous. Thanks, Pat. You're a prisoner of the war between your needs. Goodbye to my height. The world at large will soon follow your lead. Till then, my dear, stay clean. I never quite remember to breathe at the end there. I'm gonna try to do better for the second chorus. Justin. Dark clouds, side sunny skies. A lone tall tree bears a witness to this scene. She leans, perfects the light, but this takes time as seasons drop their leaves. Darker one, shine sun. The world at most can only hope you see. This end, my dear, stay clear. You have Nick. Is it the right key? Yeah, that was the right key. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's clear. F's and C's. No, we're in Dadgad, so it's just like just walking around the scale, right? That's just a power chord, and then that's just everything, and that's just something else. This is called by ear writing, and then this is something else. Two open, two open, two open, and move it up 3 frets, and then toss a stay melody in there, and then which is the same as the intro. But yeah. thanks for the request. Thank you, Alex. No comment. So appreciate the $1.99. I'm not even gonna. Well, now I'm acknowledging the question, but there you go. That's true. Yeah, I wrote that song a long time ago. Thank you, Rat. I appreciate that. But yes, thank you, Uncle River. Yep, stay in seasons tuning for the rest of your life there. Thanks for asking for that, Sophie. Stay in seasons tuning for you buy a new guitar now that but I published the song in 2018. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that. Sophie. Isn't Sophie from Holland? But now she is, I gotta do a video on that one, Honeyball. It's just like a, oh, not in the, stupid tuning. Why are we getting weirdness here today? I think it's gonna, thank you, Jose. Oh, Holland and the Netherlands aren't the same. Thank you, Chris Katowski. Thanks for coming here today. This is quite the stream. Okay, I'm going to try to do this song. I appreciate that, Jose. I appreciate that very much. I haven't been ringing the Patreon bell because time's hard for a lot of people, and I don't want anyone to feel like I'm trying to. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm trying to get you to sign up for my Patreon for the next 6 months. So for those of you who are on it, oh my God, do I appreciate you being there. And if you have signed up and I haven't rung the bell for you yet, it's because I'm sort of laying low on ringing the bell for for a little bit. Actually, that's a really good point, Tim. I will allow that comment. Let's. Oh, Jody, you can have your bell right now. I didn't ring your bell yet. Here, I'll give you a bell right now. I'm gonna go get the bell, then I'm gonna go play the song, and then we're gonna break for a few hours. I don't even know what time it is. Jody Hay did indeed sign up for my Patreon. Thank you very much, Jody Hay. There. How was that? See you later, Jorge. All right, I'm going to try to play this song that I'm not very good at, Bee Gees. Always Bee Gees. Oh, boy. I think I know this without even looking up the lyrics. Not that I needed to say that out loud. It's always the Bee Gees. All right, here's a song I really like. I'll try to do it justice. Oh, I didn't even Craziest Friends theme song then. I need a little. There we go. Thanks for being here, Josh, wherever you were from. I'll bet you're laughing at some joke he told you, with his arm around your sunburned shoulders. Spent the morning with my face against the window seat, looking down at all the things that got the best of me. Oh, it's a G. Okay. I'm going to do that second line again. This is how we learn. Spent the morning with my face against the window seat, looking down at all the things that got the best of me. No more late night drives to Boston. Subway tokens, we're arms wide open, sky high, honey, gone. Pat. Dude, can I kick people out of here? Is that someone? Jesus. I'll take the streetcars around San Francisco, get winks from the pretty boys down in the Castro. Through the turnstiles roll the chappy girls and the shabby dolls. I can't resist myself, I get their names I never call. Drives to Boston. No more Cure songs to get lost in. No more taxis, subway tokens. We're arms wide rat. Yeah, how come there were is like that's amazing, Matt. Thank you, Rat. Thank you. How come, like, how come someone said something about the thing they took out of someone's rear end, and there were no bad words in that, but that got flagged. But what Alex was sent, whatever. Greetings in NC, Mr. Dragon. I'll be your fellow statesman in 2 months. Can't wait. But now we're going to play the Craziest Friends theme song because, yeah, it did. I had to, a bunch get flagged here, and I have to say okay. Here we go, Craziest Friends theme song. Then we're going to take a break. I'll be back in a few hours. I've got a lesson, and I've got some water to drink. Let's see, but time. 120, that's 2 hours. Great. Oh, perfect. Halfway to goal, which is perfect. Yes, I'm not doing this for me at all. I'm doing this for us. I just enjoy doing this. That's the truth of it. I just enjoy doing this. That's the truth of it. Here we go. So, that was probably the weirdest it's ever gotten there. Craziest Friends theme song. Ready? Practice run through, and then everybody get out your guitars, and then we will do it together. So I want to hear it booming out over 57 houses in this. I appreciate that, Sam. 57. Oh, thank you, Jose. Nope, no one's taking it out on you, Jose. Thank you for trying to deal with that situation. I appreciate that. So here we go. It's a D, and we say undeniably, and then another D, most decidedly, and then one more D, the craziest, G, D, G. So like this. Here's your practice run through, then we're all going to do it together. Undeniably, most decidedly, the craziest friends. Here we go, all together. Thank you everybody who made it here. At some point, if you're still bored in a few hours, I'll be back. I don't know, after dinner, something. 6-ish. That's right, Jason. I'm officially huge because we have trolls. But the funny thing was that guy kicked in $2. What a strange thing. Maybe it's his weird pleasure to make sure his weird questions get shown. All right, here we go, and then I'll see you again in a few hours. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, go. Undeniably, most decidedly, the craziest friends. Everybody, keep yourselves busy. I'll see you later this evening, maybe. If not, no problem. I'll definitely see you next week. And of course, I'll see you. Aw, thanks, Jody. Hey, I'm sure you'll be asleep by the time I get back. But it was lovely to speak with you and all of you. And thank you all for being here. Enrico, really nice to talk to you. Kayla, great to see you. And no worries, Jody. I'm assuming that. Sophie, great to see you. Josh Umafan and Sam and Garglelock and Will the Pill and my new North Carolina friend, Dragon7590 and Steelman. We need to... You're right. I'll get thinking about that. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for being here. Goodbye.